Cover two. Welcome, everybody, to the Cover 2 Fantasy Football Podcast. That's right, we are back for another draft episode, which was supposed to be the end of the draft episode, but some things can change. And we are ready to look at our draft and decisions that we made and things that we need to work on going into our next mock and, of course, future mocks. So let's get started in looking at the draft board. As we look at the board, it was pretty much what I was thinking. I was going to get the last solid running back in Nick Chubb. I was really shocked that Kamara went so late in the round, but it allowed me to get a Zeke in that back half of the second round. I don't think that Team 7, a real person, would take Barkley that early over Zeke, but I'm happy they did. As we look at the wide receivers, I probably should have taken maybe a wide receiver here, get a Johnson, get a DK, just a really top number one. Decided against it, and that's okay because I got a solid starting running back in Akers. Then it came back around, and Lamar Jackson was just calling my name, so I ended up taking it. So my first 4 picks, I am really excited. What happened was the clock got to me, which I told you shouldn't do. And I didn't have a plan when I got to wide receiver, and so I rushed and took Hopkins, and that kind of messed my whole draft up. I could have taken Cooks or Mike Williams. That would have probably been a better pick. But looking forward, got Thielen, not bad. Got Elijah Moore, who I wanted. Probably should have taken Bateman with that pick, and maybe I would have got Elijah Moore. But got Robert Woods, who is a starter in Tennessee. I think I did get some wide receivers that are valued very low as far as the draft goes, but I think that they're going to have starter potential as well as, the guys that you really want on that team. You don't want a rookie. You want a guy that's proven in Robert Woods. And he had a poor year last year, but I see him having a breakout season like he had before they got everybody over there like OBD and everybody else. Then, of course, we had Pat. That's my guy. I'm really big on him. Taking him there was a big pick for me. Probably could have gotten, maybe Claypool. That could have probably been a better pick, but really not too bad. Here is where, of course, the draft went a little off, as we might say, where I could have gotten maybe a Michael Carter. I could have gotten a better wide receiver, but I really was wanting more to take that Arizona connection, so I got him. So I'm not too upset about that. Then get Van Jefferson. I know another part of that LA Rams offense, but a solid deep threat, so I'm liking it. Got a good backup in Chuba that could be the starter out there in Carolina. And then ended with a guy that I think is going to be a star in Green Bay and Sammy Watkins. I know that he's maybe had some off years as far as speed, but I do see him being that prototypical Aaron Rodgers catching the red zone kind of guy. So I'm excited about having him on the team and stashing him, and maybe he has a breakout season for me. But, looking at my draft, this situation right here, not what I wanted, but it kind of didn't really screw up a lot of things other than maybe I could have gotten a little bit more depth in my team. But I would say that I give myself a B plus for this draft. I want to know your rankings for it because I think that I had a great and strong start. So I'm happy about my draft. Let me know what you thought about the draft. I'm happy about my draft. I know there's a couple of things I would like to fix, so let me know what you think. That's why we draft early. We mock it. That way we know what to do and how not to do it in a way. As we get going into the end of this month, we're going to start building into our 32-team preview and who you should be having on your team from each of the 32 NFL teams. But until then, cover 2. Cover 2.